Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play at Danganronpa Part 10. In the previous video, we started the first Clash trial. It was a bit of an ups and down, topsy-turvy trial. We don't really have any hard evidence yet. I still feel pretty confident in my suspicions of Mikan. The main thing is Nagito's acting all weird. He's being a big weirdo. And we're about to analyze where exactly everyone was to see if we can find some hard evidence on who could have been near Byakuya's body.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
So Byakuya... Well, I guess now that... Okay, so never mind. I was mistaken. Byakuya was way over there. It was Mikan was near Byakuya, but neither of them was near the actual lamp. Nagito was. Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. Is it? First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. So, I mean, we know Byakuya was able to get there because of the night vision goggles. Okay. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Select a suspicious spot. The lamp? The fact that, like, I mean, you have the cord?
Here! The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
Now, can we see the diagram again? Is that a truth bullet? It is not. So Nagito was the closest to the lamp.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
That's not what we're saying, Gundam. Come on, have a little more faith in us. Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp. The cord.
I can prove it with this! They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
Don't be surprised. If you're ever surprised, it makes you sus.
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right?
I mean, Mikan, I still, like, I mean, it's hard to change a gut instinct, right? Like, when you say something with such certainty, it's hard to back out. So I'm kind of, like, pot committed on Mikan being the killer. Even though Nagito's got big sus energy right now.
By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
But at the same time, Nagito being so sus all of a sudden is sus in and of itself.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's only one person.
Who?
The only person here who could have possibly done it is... Wait. Done what? Can I have... I mean, Nagito's the closest. So... Is it really not... I mean, I don't think it's... Like, I don't think Nagito's the killer, but he is the closest to the desk lamp.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Yeah. Was when he was cleaning.
I see!
Is it really Nagito?
Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so,
It just seems a
you
little
would have had
too
a chance to hide the knife.
easy. We still haven't talked about the fact that he was stabbed from below, though. Like, I feel like that's the actual linchpin of the case.
That's...
So I think this is still like red herring territory.
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence.
It's okay. I don't really suspect you, Nagito.
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Because I'm not even entirely convinced the knife is the murder weapon in the first place.
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
Okay, I mean, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence. I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. Go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws a chopstick with a red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
I mean, I can't argue with that.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
Nah, because I mean, that's actually the thing that clears them the most in my mind. Like, acting all weird all of a sudden brings extra suspicion and scrutiny upon you. So, why would you do that? And plus, I mean, there was no pressure on Nagito up to that point.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
That's a little aggressive, dude.
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
I'm still on the Mikon train. Come on, Nagito.
Nagito, say something.
Honestly, even if he confesses, I'm not gonna believe him. Oh, yeah. He do be laughing.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death. How wonderful. How beautiful it is.
Huh?
He's so happy, dude. Everyone, yeah, we're doing what he wanted, kinda. Maybe. At that moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
Was it, though?
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started.
It just feels way too simple and clean. Like Kingdom Hearts.
I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone.
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
I mean, you're all a little nuts.
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery.
I don't know. It just, like I said, it just feels too clear cut. I mean, it is the first case.
Byakuya performed admirably.
So maybe they're not. I don't know.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
And that has what?
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
That's a... I mean, maybe.
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at.
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
A little bit.
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
And how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Was he? Oh, yeah. But I mean, her guarding the office, like, didn't really have anything to do with anything. That wasn't really important in the grand scheme of things. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, well, oh yeah, because if whoever was in the storage room could have unplugged the irons. Okay. I mean, I guess Nagi... I don't know. But Mikan seems so suspicious. We still haven't used some of our evidence, though, right? Like, what evidence hasn't been used? Gaps in the floorboard. The whole saga with the earring. We haven't used that. We haven't used Ibuki's account. We haven't used the tablecloth. This is like the most, like, I have no clue what this is about. Like, there's still fire door hasn't been used at all. So, I mean, there's no way. That kind of confirms it to me that Nagito's not the actual killer. Maybe he thinks he's the killer. Maybe he's just fucking crazy.
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
It's Mikan. I know it was you.
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's
Oh,
no way
yeah,
I'd
he's-
expect you
he's
to
lucky.
remember it.
So if he
Worthless
wanted to
talent
win,
for
of
a
course he's gonna
worthless
win.
human.
Nagito's talent. I believe his talent is ultimate babyface.
I see!
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
But then, if you're so lucky, why are you being suspected of murder? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed? Oh, the despair it brings.
You just like Monami, just shaking in the background every once in a while.
It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine. Let's start the damn vote already.
Nah,
Fucking kill this cycle.
let's chill. Let's chill.
Please, Monokuma!
No, stop.
Please, wait!
Are you gonna confess?
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this?
I will say this is her saying something does definitely lower the suspicion level.
Is Nagito really the killer?
Okay, now that kind of blows up my spot a lot. Because if she was actually the killer, there's no way she would divert attention here.
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
So, I mean that like really clears like all like so much suspicion off of Mikan right there. To the point that now I'm like, well, Nagito, I don't think Nagito did it, and I don't think she did it anymore. Now it's like Fuyahiko is #1 sus.
I'm sorry.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Well, you know, sometimes you got a 12 angry minute.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
And then he starts taking his pants off. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Truth bullets will disappear if they touch these, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time you're just right. Difficulty set to gentle, they won't appear. In that case, all it means is the explanation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Oh, alright. Fugi's account, Chiake's account, Kazuchi's account, Autopsy, Nekumari's account. Okay, so you got all the accounts in the Autopsy. So let's peep these. Just to refresh ourselves. Buki's account. So what all do they say? It's a blackout? I can't see anything. It's pitch black. My future's pitch black. Everyone calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Don't step on my feet. What the hell? What's going on here? This is... turn the damn lights on. See, Nagito does say ow there. Like someone's bumping past him. Like it's... someone is in a hurry to get over to stab Byakuya. Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat anything like this, you know? You guys, where are you? One in the kitchen? Just in the kitchen? Or... wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen? Perhaps the breaker overloaded. Hold on a second. I'll go along the wall and do something about it. Okay. Probably Mikan? Mikan's autopsy results? I mean, a thin, sharp weapon. I still feel like the knife is a red herring.
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
No.
He has already confessed.
Wrong.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it.
And I guess she knows that the murder
He killed
weapon...
Byakuya with a knife he hid.
Blast him. I was hitting the wrong button
No,
again.
that's wrong.
So she would know that the knife isn't the actual murder weapon.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikan?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife.
Yeah.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
What?
Not a whorehouse!
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, We can't assume that I'm the killer.
So maybe
What do you
like
say?
Nagito
No one
confessing
else can be the killer.
is just
It
like
has
him
to be
testing
you.
us. He's like, oh, he's testing to see how much we're gonna persevere for our friends.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
Maybe there was an intense makeout session.
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Like maybe Nagito's like, if we're so ready to kill someone as soon as they confess, we don't deserve to live. Maybe that's his thought process.
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout?
It's like a Sigmire from Dark Souls.
If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rule?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it. What's not it?
You're not it, and then we all run. The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to figure out what happened in the dark.
I can prove it with this.
Yeah.
Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it.
Or someone could have even smelled it.
Isn't that right?
If only Hajime's scent didn't soak up the entire room with his unwillingness to shower.
Oh, reals?
Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Ow.
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know?
You
I
guys,
still love that line.
where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Once again, so the only people who don't
Such
talk,
Perceptive hearing.
it's still Mikon, doesn't
Impressive.
talk. Which I still
I'd
think is
expect
sus.
no less from the ultimate
But,
musician.
I mean, why would she expose herself? That doesn't make any sense.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
I mean, we could say the same for you, little child.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Oh, this is the last time we're gonna hear Byakuya's voice, dude.
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Maybe Nagito got stabbed with the knife, and that's where the blood came from.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table.
So you're telling me, Nagito, you're right next to the table. Byakuya was able to find his case, open it, get the night vision goggles out, equip them, run over to the table, and get the knife, and kick you out before you? Dude, was Byakuya the Flash?
That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife? And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Could interpret it like that. No, actually, Now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles.
Man, look at Byakuya's ultimate brain at work.
What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair?
I don't know.
But you can't give up.
I really don't have like a good
You need to
suspect
have
now.
hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? Nah, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about the guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. Well, now's not the time for you to dwell on that. We need to find... Is that like maybe a reference to the fact that he looks and sounds exact... I mean, he's Makoto, like, originally, but I guess he's not Makoto. So you're supposed to think of him like he's Makoto when really he's like a warped version of him. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. Okay, so that's your halfway point. Yeah, it's probably a good idea that I stopped then. So it's about an hour, a little over an hour to the halfway point, or the stopping point, I guess I should say. I don't know if it's exactly halfway. Here's a question for you. What's this? For those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their saved data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Then, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Wait. Well, hitting B actually causes the text to auto-skip? Just kidding, you can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is. Okay.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either!
You're so evil!
You are evil. Villain, you're truly a villain! I was gonna be set for life, dude. So we'll probably will take like 3 videos total to finish the trial.
I'm Mon Ami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed, and his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it, 'cause I believe in everyone.
Well, I don't, and I'm the one who chooses who lives and dies, so...
So do your best, and don't forget to save regularly.
Nah. Savings for the week.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
Once again, we have to think about, because we can be reasonably sure that whoever killed him from below. Who was not in the dining hall at the time of the blackout? The only people we know for sure are the ones who talked. So people who could have potentially killed Byakuya are Uyahiko. Peko, I think we can reasonably clear, because we can assume she was in the bathroom. Granted, Peko, we can't clear Peko. I don't feel comfortable clearing Peko. So like Mahiro, Kazuchi, Ibuki, Kyoko, obviously Byakuya, Nagito, Akane, Teruteru, and us are all clear. We're all good. So who of those are not mentioned? Neko, did he talk? I don't know if he talked, but we know Neko was in there. So Neko is also clear. Chiake, not clear. Sonya, I can't remember. Sonya talked. Yeah, because she mentioned some other breaker. But Chiake, Peko, Mikan never talked. But the fact I can't really suspect her anymore. Gundam never talked. I think he was in there with us. But it is odd that he never talked. And it's also like he knows how to get below because of his earring. And that would explain why his earring would have been down there in the first place. Potentially. I mean, Terrier's cool. So, I mean, really, it's like Gundam, Peko, Chiake, Fuyahiko. And, I mean, there's still a slight amount of suspicion on Mikan, but, like, most of that's been blown away. Those are the characters. Honestly, of the three, it's probably Gundam or Peko right now is how it's, or well, Fuyahiko. I guess Fuyahiko has to be at the top, then maybe Gundam, then Peko.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
Like, see, you trying to put suspicion back on Nagito is a little sus. But Gundam, please don't be the bad dude, because I like hearing you talk.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Is it because you're the killer? Haha!
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, you know, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
Yeah? Join the club.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Why does, isn't injured, doesn't have the knife, there's no blood on Nagito? There's no... Ah, that's what the tablecloth is for.
I see.
Whoever had the tablecloth...
Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
The tablecloth was probably put under where they stabbed Byakuya to keep them from being clean, so that they could return without, you know, the blood dripping down on them. So, that kind of clears Fuyahiko in my mind. Because if Fuyahiko was the killer, like, he never returned back anyway. So now it's really just Chiake, Gundam, and the other person I suspected, who I can't remember now.
Yes, that's it.
Peko. It could be Peko.
Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block.
Yeah,
I guess we
did.
See something I could have used.
But
isn't that right, Hajime?
You really couldn't have used it, though, because it would have been very conspicuous you carrying around a tablecloth with blood on it. That's the bloody tablecloth? Yeah.
I can prove it with this. You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
Well, no, because he didn't have the tablecloth on him.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone.
That's a lot to ask for old Totally Not Makoto.
That's not just impossible for someone like me. wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then, what does it mean?
Maybe. The killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
It's taken him a long time to realize that.
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Gundam, you're being very sus right now.
Even the inside of the table.
Now, it could just be that you're the character chosen to be the contrarian here. But you consistently being contrarian and being like, no, it definitely happened this way when we know it didn't. Well, you know.
But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
Well, the place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different.
Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible.
If only it was somehow possible.
Moving forward.
I mean, it's really like
all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer.
It is kind of weird, like what the game chooses to like focus on a lot. Like I feel like some of the super obvious stuff is like what the game is like. Oh, let's spend a lot of time making sure they can figure this out. But then the more like less intuitive things are the things that they just expect you to know automatically sometimes. You have to figure out important words. The improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. Oh boy. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a keyword related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen. There are 2 rules you must remember. If 2 letters clash, or 2 different letters clash, you take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while not let 2 different letters clash. That's what's most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the left stick and press the A button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the A button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. Catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you confuse them. They will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the A button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the A button, and after you fuse them, fire with the A button. That's a whole lot of A buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal is completing the keyword. Play the question with the B button and figure out the keyword that will answer that question. After lining up the keyword, instead of pressing the A button to fire the letter, press the triangle button. If that happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. This is too much. This is too much. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order, okay? Based on the flying letters, please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. If that's the case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. It took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? If you press the start button, you can review the controls. We're gonna lose here, aren't we? Because that shit made no sense. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. I mean, I know it's like one of those things where it's like, yes, the answer is obvious, but I have no clue how to give, like, what the game wants, basically. Using those words as clues is to try and put aside my preconceptions and think about it. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit. I have a feeling I can see something. Something under the... I don't really want... Are these Z's or N's? I guess they're Z's. So under. Give me an under. What? Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I kind of get it. So then you will become a big U, and then you'll get hit by the other U, and then it won't do anything. All right, cool. Okay, I kind of get it now. This is not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. But can I like, okay, and then you'll float. All right, okay, I get it. This does take forever. What? How do I, give me the controls again. Letter explosion. Oh, you have to hit triangle. That's it. Okay. There we go. Dude, this is... It takes some fucking time, dude. So I guess what you could maybe do is set them up ahead of time. Like we could try and... Like, I don't... No. Is that an N? It looks like a Z, man. Are you big enough? So now we need a D. Oh my god, this is like way too slow. I mean, granted, also I didn't know what I was doing at first. I don't think that's big enough. Is it? Okay, it is. All right. Under, we need an E. Give me an E. We only have a minute left. I don't even think it's like actually possible for us to do it fast enough. I didn't mean to do that. Just give me an E, dude. I deserve an E. Yeah, I mean, there's no way we can do this in 48. I mean, like, it just doesn't go fast enough. And that, I can't tell, does that make the time go faster too? They're like, how big? Maybe you don't have to make it as big as I was thinking. Ah, stop. Under, we're looking for T. Looking for a T. Boy howdy, sure do wish I could get a T. That's not an H, dude. Yeah, I mean, we lost. I mean, I understand what to do now, at least. So you only have to make them too big. All right. What's the point of making them bigger? Like, I didn't realize. I thought you had to make them the maximum size before you could send them. Yeah. I know. Whatever. I mean, that's like an extremely strict time limit.
We will never give up.
I mean, that's definitely not as bad. I don't know what the point is of, like, why can you make the letters super big when you can send them after only 2? Because I was thinking you had to make them the maximum size before you could send them. And then please just give me a freaking U, dude. And that does make your time go faster, so... And I guess we can try and set some up ahead of time. Looking for a D. Still just sitting here. I guess it's so you can keep making, so you can extend the time before they blow up. All right, I get it now. We don't need these anymore, so I didn't mean to do that. I meant to make you blow up. So I kind of get it now. I was just under the assumption you had to make them the maximum size where you could send them. Looking for an H. Just over here. Looking for an H. Yeah, this is a lot now that I understand how it works. We're looking for a table. Big old table. Under the floor, actually, is what they want. Looking for an L. No, nope. Looking for an O. Boy, howdy, ugh! Sure do wish I had an O. And another O. And then an R. There we go. Okay. That's fine. I think that minigame is a fine out of 10. I don't think the explanation was all... I think the explanation was a little too... like, wordy, I suppose. But I get it now.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. But from where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
Yeah, the killer! That's right, if I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. It's Gundam, dude. Gundam? Where are you? We like scroll right past you? You're the only one.
Hey, Gundam. You dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Of course. How would we ever get the name of such a sacred object like that incorrect?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Ah, there it is. I have found it. Truly, it is the Hellhound earring. It seems that God exists for my benefits. I see, good for you. However, how do I recover it? Yeah, I mean, the fact that he said that makes it seem like he didn't know how to get down there. So that's like the main thing that kind of cleared him of some suspicion for me.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes.
Now the question is, I mean, Chiake was helping him learn how to get down there?
However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear?
And Chiake... honestly, she's kind of sus, the more I think about it. Like, she would have been outside, so she would have been able to get into position. Also, she wasn't, like, immediately in the area in the dining hall, so she would have maybe had the chance to go sneak into the storage room and hide the tablecloth.
Huh? Could it be?
I mean, there's no real hard evidence, but I think it's possible.
Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass.
Now, Chiake does have a bit of an alibi because Fuyahiko is apparently supposed to have talked to her at some point.
But I am different. With the power of my 4 Dark Devas of destruction, it is of no concern.
I'm only seeing 3.
Truly, this is the evil 4th eye.
Oh, I never paid attention to the other hamsters on his little scarf just chilling there. defying the laws of gravity.
Before the might of the evil fourth eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
Yeah, everyone knows this.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Please respect the Supreme Overlord of Ice.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room. One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes.
A lot of coffee back there, dude.
After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards.
So this does pretty much clear Gundam of suspicion as far as I'm concerned.
And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
Did you find like a Nintendo DS down there that would maybe implicate Chiake?
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
I mean, he's the ultimate breeder. That's way cooler than being I'm the ultimate dancer. Traditional dancer at that. You're not even good at all dances, nerd.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
The fuck did you just say?
No, I'm not talking about your sound effects. You were saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the original hypothesis.
Who wasn't at the party again?
Who knows?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right?
Okay, so she has an alibi.
Yes! This Monomi
Is it
over
really
here
just
is your
Fuyahiko?
witness.
We went through all this and it's just like the most obvious person?
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, you could have easily, like, snuck out.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
I'm trying to think, like, when exactly did Neko say that he was going... Because I think his account says that the door was open after Byakuya's body was found. Yeah, because it was still shut. Because we didn't actually find Byakuya's body immediately after the lights turned on, right? There was a bit of a delay. And so, yeah, I think Pekko's pretty clear then. So I guess is it really just Fuyahiko? That just seems kind of like...
The only person who wasn't at the party...
I mean, that would just seems like way too obvious. Like, it was so obvious to the point that, like, I never even seriously considered it, which is maybe an effective strat in the first place. Like, effective misdirection.
Judging from the photo I took before the blackout, it obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it.
That's a very, fitting, what's the word I'm looking for here? Rendition? No?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
see? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, but like...
Things are starting to get exciting.
He's a tiny dog that barks loud but has no bite. You're now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the A button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. When you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot an actual remark with the silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So, don't do it. Oh, but if the difficulty is set to general, the white noise won't appear at all. In that case, you'll still be able to use the silencer, but it'll be somewhat pointless. However, if you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can still use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. If you press the start button, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Boogie's account, Tetsuru's account, Chiake's account, Kazuchi's account. Okay, that's a lot of accounts, dude.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
Okay, it's Fuyuhiko's height.
And they could have stared at panties all day.
Yeah, very
Without
true.
Going to the storage room in the dark.
What?
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know?
Not really a whole lot to click here.
That means you have no alibi.
No alibi. Chiake's account. Okay, so Chiake's account.
The culprit is self-evident.
Yeah, because it couldn't have been him, right? The only way it could have been him is if the entrance to the underground was outside. But now that we know that it's the storage room, he would have had to have gotten past Chiake. And
During the party, the killer
he
was
didn't.
lurking under the floor like a...
And they could have stared at Pan without going to the store.
Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the...
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
yeah, so
No, that's wrong.
dude, am I back to being like, it's Mikon, dude? No one else makes sense.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Maybe Byakuya stabbed himself. Yeah, so it couldn't have been him. Because, like, now that... Because originally I was thinking that it could have been him, just because maybe there's, like, a hole in the fence somewhere that's hidden, and that's how you get under there. But if the entrance is via the storage room, then he was never actually in the building in the first place to have access. I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Because he just wants friends.
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Maybe he's into that.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside.
Yeah?
Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party... It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
That's just Benedict.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible?
Ooh.
It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. The only evidence we haven't used is the fire doors, right? Which I don't really understand. Fire doors. Fire door in the hallway of the old building can be shut to keep the fire from spreading. I mean, I get it, kind of. But I mean, that's really the only... It and embarrassing pose, the only things we haven't used. For clarity's sake, once again...
Appears we're getting close to the final stage.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to stop here. Because we're at an hour. And next time we will finish the class trial and do the like post-trial wrap-up. So, that sounds like a plan. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.